We've got some more, because the night is not over. Next on stage, a round of applause for Helen.
Really bright. Apologies for the laptop. I wasn't expecting to be here tonight, but as I'm here, I may as well do something. But thanks for your help. As I'm not quite prepared, we're going to play poetry roulette, so you get to choose a topic. So, you can have jealousy. Yeah. You can have middle class mask. Or you can have letters to my former self.
That's the one, yeah, that's the one, that's the one.
Jealousy,
We'll start with jealousy.
Jealousy, all right.
Old green eyes. It invades me. Like the American Armed Forces, it plants weapons of mass destructions deep into the unconscious. It shakes and breaks me like a pneumatic drill going at a road until all is in bits. A snake that spits unprovoked, there's no antivenom yet created. It creeps up my back, it goads me, hops boldly onto my shoulder like some annoying parrot. Who's a pretty girl then? Who's a pretty girl then? No, no, I'll not look. Sorry, technical failure. That again. No, no, I'll not look. It runs through my hair like knits, jumping, bouncing, multiplying, never fully dying. A bear baiter for happy people, it seeps like slick treacle into every innocent pore. I am defeated, a ventriloquist dummy. I can't help but ask, where were you last night? Oh! Okay, let's do something more interesting. This is one called Lay Off the Moor. And for the guys in the audience, that's Moor magazine, which was very popular when I was a teenager. Lay off the moor. If I could drop you a vision in your LSD or horoscopes circa 96, I'd say this. Slow down for fuck's sake. Breathe. Have fantasies. Cancel your Moor magazine before its slick tricks and fake advice tarnish you forever. Just because you know how to do the reverse cowgirl, it doesn't mean you should. Emmeline has left the building in disgust. Free love is not freedom. You're about to end up so far emancipated that you'll desire only to be bound, tormented, and beaten down. When you're 22, you'll fall in love and want to unknow everything. Your teen training and his pathetic purity will curdle quickly, and you'll despise him. One Saturday morning he'll stumble on your real world, where some stranger's cum-filled condom lies in the bin by the bed, and you'll despise yourself. And you'll never think that knowledge can make you more vulnerable, but it will. So this is Middle Class Mask, and it's about, being a good working class girl and living in a middle class world. It was 97 and I was just starting college, and you said, try it, just see if it fits you. But I balked at the price tag and you slinked back down the ginnel, disgusted. 3 years on and I'd worked so clever, upped my H's, dropped my hard act, that I'd almost worn my own face out. And you said, kiddo, you need a break. So I slipped it over my skin, wore it like an invitation for a fight. I was brutally arrogant. It brought out my eyes, hid blemishes, made me dress differently, talk differently. You said, it suits you. You can hardly see the join. And I melded it to me like surgical gauze, flaunted it for a bigger salary, tested it at speed dating. We were a powerful team, mostly, but we both got older, forgetful. Hard bowels slipped by unintentionally, left views, council house ancestry, and the belief that gravy goes with everything.
It does.
No?
It does.
Should I do one more?
Yes, please.
Should I find something really interesting?
Go on.
I'll try.
Gravy related.
I don't know, I'm not sure, gravy.
Is
Okay.
that the iPhone 5?
Yeah. This is called Bound to Happen. I didn't so much fall off that great shiny pedestal as jumped off, kicked it over, threw my head back in wild abandon and crushed it, knowing that it was bound to happen. You got down on your knees in that crappy B&B in Whitstable and prayed to God I hadn't done this. I could have dragged the denial right out of you. Well, after 3 years, at least you finally knew me. I had failed you, and more than once. Because your father didn't advise strong women, you weren't expecting it. Because your mother didn't question, we could never conceive of each other. Nobody was going to tell me when to eat breakfast. You must have seen that coming. I wanted to be fucked. Get fucked, be fucked and forget about the burden of your simple, sweetly simple love that flowed over me like an oil slick, long before and long after I'd soiled our shared bed with my own self-serving, sick desires. I failed you in the kitchen, the guest bedroom, on the balcony, and in many strangers' rooms besides. I'd say I was drunk and uncontrollable, claimed madness even, but I knew what I was doing. I justified it into absurdity. You needed to be stronger, fiercer. Use those cuffs I gave you and enslaved me. You laid your love down like an heirloom, precious glass cases and fragile signs. You needed to throw it up like an electric fence, all erect and shockingly harmful. I failed you because I couldn't see that if I had everything my way, I wouldn't even like it. I'm sorry I failed you. It was just bound to happen.
Oh, she's a proper Roman. She's a Roman.
Another kinky round of applause for Helen.